The One Ring does not make you evil. It shows you what you already are. Most people think the ring is just a mind control device that turns good characters bad, but that is not quite right. It is more dangerous than that. The ring does not force your hand. It reveals your desire. And depending on who you are deep down, it can corrupt you slowly, instantly, or not at all. Let us start with the basics. The One Ring was forged by Sauron in the fires of Mount Doom during the Second Age. Its purpose was not just power, it was domination. When Sauron created it, he poured a massive portion of his own soul into the ring. That is why he did not just lose a weapon when it was taken. He lost part of himself. This is key to understanding how the ring works. It does not just grant power, it is Sauron himself, his will, his malice, his hunger for control. Those things are literally embedded in the ring. When someone wears the ring, they do not just become invisible. They become connected to Sauron's presence. And over time, the ring begins bending their will to match his. The stronger your own desire, the faster the ring can twist it. But here's the catch. The ring is especially dangerous to people who want to do good, because it offers them power to do good just on its terms. And that is where things unravel. The ring does not affect everyone in the same way, but it has 3 core powers. One is invisibility. When mortals put it on, they enter the Wraith world. They become invisible to the living, but more visible to the spirit realm. That is why Frodo sees the Nazgul more clearly when he wears it. 2 is domination. This is the most important power. The One Ring was made to control the other rings of power. That is why it has influence over the Nazgul, who wear the 9. It is also why Galadriel and Gandalf feared it. If they took it, they could possibly control others, but they would also fall under the ring's influence. Third is that it is extension of Sauron's will. Because it contains his essence, the ring has a will of its own. It can change size, abandon its owner, or resist being destroyed. It wants to be found. Its goal is always to return to Sauron himself. Even if that means manipulating or betraying the one holding it, these powers act differently depending on who is wearing the ring. Which brings us to the real heart of the story. Let us look at some major characters and how the ring affects them. Frodo carries the ring longer than anyone else since Isildur. At first, it seems to have little effect on him, but by the end, we see the truth. Frodo does not give up the ring. He fails. He claims it. The only reason the ring is destroyed is because Gollum bites it off and falls into the fire. Frodo's resistance lasted years, but even he could not win in the end. Boromir is one of the clearest examples of fast corruption. He is brave, noble, and loyal to his people. But he is desperate. The ring does not offer him power for himself. It offers power to save Gondor. That is what makes it so dangerous. He believes he is acting for the right reasons. That is why the ring breaks him so quickly. But to his credit, he realizes his mistake and dies protecting Merry and Pippin. Gollum, originally named Smeagol, Gollum found the ring after murdering his friend Deagol. It twisted him almost instantly. Over the next 500 years, the ring turned him into something barely human. But even Gollum is not fully lost. Tolkien makes it clear that a part of Smeagol still exists. He has moments of kindness and remorse. He hates the ring, but he cannot let go of it. He calls it my precious, not just because it is his. It is all he has left. Bilbo held the ring for 60 years. It aged him unnaturally slowly. He was mostly untouched by it, but even he shows signs of its grip. When he gives it up in Rivendell, he has a sudden moment of greed and panic. That is how you know it still holds a piece of him. The ring did not corrupt Bilbo because he never used it for power. He used it to hide, to escape, to explore, but not to dominate. Gandalf refused the ring the moment Frodo offered it. Why? Because he knew exactly what would happen. If he took it, he would start using it to defeat Sauron. But with his power, he would quickly become a tyrant. Not in appearance, but in outcome. He feared he would become like Sauron himself, but out of a desire to do good. For Galadriel, her famous test shows everything. When Frodo offers her the ring, she imagines herself as a queen, beautiful and terrible, worshipped and feared. But she resists. She passes the test because she understands that power without restraint becomes ruin. Now let us talk about the real surprises. Sam holds the ring briefly after Frodo is taken in Cirith Ungol. Unlike almost anyone else, he gives it up willingly when he returns it to Frodo. Why does it not affect him? Because Sam does not want power. He wants to protect Frodo. He imagines a silly vision of becoming a great hero, but he knows it is fantasy. His loyalty and humility protect him. When Faramir discovers that Frodo has the ring, he refuses it outright. Unlike Boromir, Faramir has wisdom and restraint. He sees the danger and wants no part of it. This moment is a defining contrast between the two brothers. Lastly, Tom Bombadil, the strangest of all. The ring has no effect on him. He puts it on and does not turn invisible. He can see Frodo when Frodo wears it. It has no power over him. Why? Tolkien never gives a full answer. But Tom is likely a being so connected to the natural order that the ring, which is about control, means nothing to him. He simply does not desire domination. So why does the ring not affect everyone the same? Because the ring does not insert evil. It amplifies what is already inside you. It tempts through your virtues, not your flaws. Boromir fell because he loved Gondor. Frodo fell because he carried the burden too long. Gollum fell because he was weak and broken. But Sam resisted because his love for Frodo was stronger than his need for power. Even power itself is not the problem. Aragorn is powerful, but he never tries to take the ring. He knows his role. So does Gandalf. So does Galadriel. The danger isn't thinking you can handle the ring, that your goodness makes you immune. That is why the ring is the perfect test. It does not care if you are evil or noble. It only asks, what would you do if no one could stop you? So next time someone says the ring turns people evil, you will know that is only part of the truth. The ring is Sauron obsession with bending others to his will. When you put it on, you let that into your soul. And what happens next? That depends on who you are. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe. And in the comments, tell me, who do you think was most resistant to the ring and why?